Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, good moment to you wherever you are on this sweet, wild, sacred earth. I'm Julie Ling, and this is the voice of wonder. Oh, it's leaning against the metal. Oh, well. Thank you for joining me. I'll play a little music while we drop in, yes? And just let yourself settle into your body, into this moment. Just noticing the breath as it rises and falls within you. And every breath in brings you a little more freshness, and every breath out releases a little more. So that you're here in this moment, in this body, in this present, this now here that will never ever come again. Be in it. Today, I want to talk about something that I noticed yesterday. I've talked before about how duality, right, wrong, good, bad, black, white, drains us of all the other colors, of all the other possibilities. A two-faceted diamond would be so boring and frankly kind of ugly. It's all the facets that make it beautiful, that reflect back all the light. And I was talking with someone yesterday and they said something about how they felt like they were higher. This thing was higher. That thing was lower. And I realized that that also deprives us when we think things are better and lesser. It's like it all becomes grayscale. There's this hierarchy, and we tend to dismiss what we think is lower and lesser. It's sort of an expanded version of good bad, where everything is graded, and judgment always separates. There's a difference between judgment and discernment. Judgment is grading things along the gradient of duality, good, bad, right, wrong, not the full color spectrum. We don't say green is good and red is bad, although we often say that with black and white, and I would question that as well. Perhaps they are neutral as well. Um, but when we bring judgment into it, we lose the gifts. If something is lesser, then we push it away. If something is better or greater, then we grab onto it. There's this wonderful quote from William Blake that I love. I came across it like when I was 13. It was on the program at the church at the church I went to, and it went like this: "He who binds himself to a joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise." And that's always stayed with me. That's been almost 50 years. I love the thought of that, of greeting everything. There is beauty in a pain. There is beauty in grief. There is beauty in all the feelings, in all the parts. And when we judge it as less, we dismiss and push it away. And when we judge it as more, we tend to grasp and hold on. And Any pushing and any grasping creates resistance, and that trick just never works. So I invite you to notice in this moment a place in your life where you're either pushing it away as less, which isn't as vehement as pushing it away as bad, but still is pushing it away, or any place where you're grabbing and grasping because you think it's better. And so you want to hold on and not let it shift or change. And change is the nature of all things and all beings. Our, our cells are constantly dying and renewing. And we can't hold on to that. It doesn't work. It just makes us tense and exhausted. So I'll be quiet and let you drop into a place where you're either pushing away or grasping. And just notice where that is in you, how it feels, what's alive. And now that you've noticed how it feels, grasping and holding on, and I invite you to tap in and tune in to what it might feel like. Just imagine it. You don't even have to do it. Just imagine it. What it might feel like to let go of pushing something away, to let go of the thought that it's lesser. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. What if it just simply is? And what if this other thing isn't higher, better, greater? And you can just allow it. How does that feel? What softens inside of you? What relaxes? What softens and eases inside of you? And as I've been speaking about this now, it occurs to me that perhaps it's a matter of trust. What if we trusted that there might be gifts and beauty in the things we've been taught and believed innocently? We're less, we're wrong, we're bad, like, for example, our bodies. For example, dirt. For example, grief. We only grieve what we've loved. And loving is beautiful. And I submit that just as Aesop said, no act of kindness is ever wasted, that no act of love is ever wasted either. And when I say that, my whole body relaxes. What if the feelings are, and they are all worthy of our awareness, of our presence? I attended a retreat with Susan Weed, who's a very well-known herbalist, and I remember her saying, electricity is the movement from negative to positive. And the nature, the state of the universe of energy is movement constantly. We are hurtling through space at something like 66,000 miles a second. Movement is where it's at. What if the movement between sadness and joy is that electricity, the movement that creates life? What if it's all the same energy and sadness is the same energy as joy, but it's gotten crumpled and compacted? What if we let it go? What if we release it like doves to return to the source of all things, to that infinite energy? I don't know. And what if? What if we allowed whatever is present, brought our awareness to it, brought our energy to it? You know, there's a very well-known physics experiment that was done where a particle, a subatomic particle, was recorded by a computer. When it was only witnessed by a computer, it expressed as a wave. When it was witnessed by a human being, it expressed as a particle. What if, when we witness things, we help bring them in the form? Just as when we witness, we imagine what we'd love. What if that helps it express as particles, as form? What if, when we witness a thing, it shifts, it's given grace and allowed to move into whatever its new form is? I don't know, but what if? I love this idea, and I invite you to either witness something you've deemed higher and more wonderful without grasping and let it move, or you witness something that you've deemed lesser and pushed away. What if you just watch it and see how it transforms? So today I invite you to meet your day, each moment, or any moments that you remember, and no one's grading you. No one's keeping score. And if you have been, I invite you to put that pencil down, because it's like etching into place. This is better. This is less. What if you just witness, just are present to, and let the judgment fall away like the chaff? A good friend is one who sits with you with everything, separates the wheat from the chaff, and with the breath of kindness blows the rest away. What if today we blow away the judgment and just be with what is? That's my invitation. So today, I invite you to embrace this moment and the next with a witnessing eye, letting go of binding yourself to the joy, but kissing whatever it is as it flies. And just imagining that maybe today you can trust what comes to you, whatever it is, and see the beauty in it, the love in it, whether it's love expressed or a call for love. To see any kindness that's present, and if there isn't kindness, perhaps it's a call for kindness that you could meet, a cup that you could fill today with what you'd love. That's my wish and my blessing for you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. There we are. I'm Julie Ling. Today, may your heart sing a little more easily, with a little more freedom, with a little more wing today.